Mitt Romney asked to leave the Mormon church. Coming up next on Deceptions of the Ages News. Hello everybody, welcome to Deceptions of the Ages News. I am your host, author Matthew Hines. Now I have an announcement to make, and that is that I am running for governor of Washington State in the 2020 race. If you want to follow me, go to Hines4Gov at YouTube or on Facebook. Now, another thing I want to mention is that because I'm a conservative candidate, not really that conservative, but because I am a conservative pro-American candidate, Google and Twitter and YouTube are all burying my videos and my tweets, etc., etc. So if you want to follow my campaign, you got to either click on the bell here and subscribe, or go to Hines4Gov, click on the bell and subscribe immediately, or on YouTube, or go to Hines4Gov and like us on Facebook. So with that out of the way, let's talk about Romney. Okay, well, the first thing we want to talk about Mitt Romney is his association with the Latter-day Saint Church. Now, in my book, Deceptions of the Ages, Mormons, Freemasons, and Extraterrestrials, I uncovered Mitt Romney a long time ago. I wrote this book in 2010, but in the book, I specifically cite a case where Mitt Romney is asked, along with Dennis Kucinich, who was also running for president, if he believed in UFOs. And Mitt Romney, after listening to a brave Senator Kucinich say, yes, I believe in them, and hearing the laughter, well, he got scared. And he said, I don't believe in UFOs. Well, guess what, Mitt? If you didn't believe in UFOs, you wouldn't be a Mormon or a Latter-day Saint, as we are supposed to be called. So what do we mean by that? All Mormons believe that Jesus Christ and God came to Joseph Smith. Not being a occupant resident of the earth, this would make this an extraterrestrial visitation. Also being visited by an angel, and a number of other revelations that Joseph Smith had, and along with the fact that Joseph Smith talked about extraterrestrials specifically and their membership in the priesthood. Well, all of these things mean that if you're a Mormon or Latter-day Saint, you definitely believe in UFOs. But if you're running for the office of President of the United States, well, your beliefs are here and your beliefs are there. So that is a really telling insight into Mitt Romney. But it gets worse. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about Latter-day Saint beliefs. Latter-day Saints believe that the Constitution and the people who wrote it were all divinely inspired. That means God got them together at the right time, the right men with the right ideas to start this country. Now, if we had had any other form of government, the Latter-day Saint Church, Joseph Smith would have been burned at the stake by the Catholic Church, or murdered, as he eventually was, by other organized religions. So that is one thing that we have to really understand about Latter-day Saints, is that Latter-day Saints are very pro-American. So how can there be a conflict between pro-American Donald Trump and Mormon Latter-day Saint Mitt Romney? Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Mitt Romney is, before he is a Latter-day Saint or a Mormon, he's wealthy. He rode his father's coattails, much worse than Donald Trump, into not only having a fortune, but also into political office as the governor of Massachusetts. Now, he followed all of his father's programs, and so nothing he has ever done has been original, okay? Now, Mitt Romney's problem as a Mormon or a Latter-day Saint is that and why he's offended so many people in the church is that our belief in this country, but he seems to have, when he's running for office, quite different beliefs than what Latter-day Saints have. So let's look at the beliefs that Latter-day Saints have that we share with Mitt. Now, just a brief disclaimer, I am certainly no paragon of virtue or representative of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I was born in the church. I'm a member of the church. I don't often go to the church, but I have always thought that what was presented has always been true, unlike apparently Mitt Romney. But anyway, the tantamount belief of the Latter-day Saint Church is that we're followers of Jesus. And Jesus spoke of certain things. He said that we should always forgive others, which I'm very, working on. We should always love our neighbor as ourselves, and we should follow the 10 Commandments, etc., etc. But basically just be a good person and don't screw with people. So that is one thing that all Latter-day Saints believe in, and we also want to spread this wonderful gospel throughout the world. And that is where the problem lies. Because Mitt Romney, he wants to, not only does he is looked at as a member of the church, but he's also got a business. So if he comes out as pro-Trump, well, look what happens to people that are pro-Trump. Their businesses get trashed, they get trashed in the media, etc., etc. Well, Mitt is a coward, and that is another reason that he's not really a Latter-day Saint, because Mitt leaves his beliefs at the door. Now, yes, we do believe in being kind, and we want to spread the gospel to the world, but we don't want to spread it to the world so they can come here. We want them to stay at home, and we want them to build the church in their countries and make super duper countries like the United States. Everybody doesn't have to come here. You can stay in your own country and do that, and that has been church policy since the 1970s. But with Mitt Romney, Mitt, as a rich person trying to stay in office, is going to do and say anything he can to maintain his power. So what does that leave us with? Well, it leaves us with a senator who, went against all the Republicans, voted for the Democrats when they wanted to impeach Trump. So what exactly is Mitt Romney voting for, and why do Latter-day Saints not want him to be recognized as a member of the church? The first thing that we want to look at is the fact that Mitt Romney is advocating bringing all of these illegal people here against the law. Now, the number one rule, or we have 12 or 13 articles of faith, and one of those articles of faith says that we must follow the law of the land. Well, Mitt Romney's saying, no, we're going to make Americans follow the law of the land, but people who come to invade us, they don't have to follow any law, and we're going to take the money, we're going to steal it from Americans, not a Christian thing, not a Latter-day Saint thing. We're going to steal it from the people who have worked for it and saved for it, and we're going to give it to these people who invaded in order to give them a political payoff in the hopes that they'll be able to vote for people like Mitt and the Democrats in the next election. And it's really got nothing more to do than that, with anything than that. Mitt Romney has he's spineless. He doesn't know what he stands for, and the only thing that he cares about is his own reputation, and he thinks that he should be the leader of the Republican Party. Well, with somebody who has no spine, with somebody who is basically a Democrat, with somebody who goes against his own church beliefs, and with somebody who will run for the hills at the first sign of controversy, Mitt Romney, you don't represent the Latter-day Saint Church, you don't represent Mormons, and I hope that soon enough you don't even represent the state of Utah. But we'll see that in the next election. All right then, so that's the story on Mitt Romney. That's why many people that are in the Latter-day Saint Church want him out, or at least to stop claiming to be a member. All right then, well, That's the news for today, and we will see you next time.